Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris, the 4.0 update. I'm your host, Fade. It's episode 18. It's the year 23/29/04/01. And this is what's going on. There is the Great Carnage over here. We're going to keep tabs on that. We have unspent trait points on some people. Let's see what we have here. Unspent trait points. Ooh, these people. Let's create a template for them and get rid of their negative traits. Can we get rid of those? Yeah. Click them off. Alright, and we can't do anything else because we don't have gene tailoring, so we're just going to apply that and say, hey, everybody. Situation log updated. You guys need to be less sucky. All of our numbers at the top of the board look good. 2 months will roll by and we'll get these guys fixed up. Species modified. There we go. Removing the negative traits. Order restored on Foul Magician. Excellent. We like that. Go to the planet, please. Okay. Order has been restored. What are we looking at for crime from Pop Jobs? Okay. So we have a lot of people helping with the criming, but we don't need that many people working on the criming. Just need a few of those jobs. Like that. Then what else do they got? They got specialist unemployment. Oh no, we will put you to work. Trust me, let's do this. Let's get you some jobs, ladies and gentlemen. You need some jobs. We'll do the quantum field manipulation. Technician jobs, 200. We will add that. So you guys can have some workers. All right. Research complete. And then we just have to get our constructor ships that are not doing anything doing stuff. You're way down there. I'm gonna have you move over here to the Rubricator land and build mining and research stations. You have built us that part, which is good. Now we gotta get down here on this other part. And we're at 331 influence, so what we should do is we have somebody building that. Go build one there. We have completed research. Planetary infrastructure cost. Build speed. Habitat max districts. In that case, we get the bioreactor. We can turn food into energy, but I'd rather have gene modification. Yeah, unlocks feature gene modification. Please, let's do that. Okay, you are way down here, and you've done that work there, which is good. I need you to go here and build a hyper relay there. I have too many of you guys, actually. Just sitting around doing nothing. Build a hyper relay there. The unhappy ones. Ishimura is over here doing what it's supposed to be doing to expand our empire over in this area, which is really nice. So we got a couple of planets over here that we can, many planets that we can colonize. Tundra world size 11, continental world size 12, situation log continental world size 17. Precursor discovery. Where is this at? We should investigate this. Yes, we should. Where's our science ship that wants to do it? Cortez. Research that project. The Cortez, where are you? Okay. Never mind. I had an idea, but I changed my mind. You guys are over here, yes, and we said we're just gonna spend the time and build an outpost right here and take all this from these guys. We're gonna do the leapfrogging that annoys the hell out of us. We're actually gonna do it. So, what are you doing? Where are you? You're right there. You've built your hyper relay. We don't really want to build any more hyper relays beyond there. Why don't you move over here? Move there. Everybody's busy. That's what we like to see. Busy. Mindara says, I can make my planet better. Specialist pop resource output plus 5%. Shields. Yes, we need to keep improving that kind of tech because we don't know what crisis we're going to face at the end. Event chain and precursors of First League. A thorough investigation of this planet has unearthed evidence of a past First League presence. Great. One more artifact recovered. We like that. Now, we do have a little bit of a problem with food. Let's go find some of our food planets. How are you doing here? It's like, well, I got miners and I got people working on food. Oh, a new negative trait. Army upkeep plus 40%. Disorganized. That's sad. That's no good. What happens if we raise this building up? Max agriculture districts. Okay. That would be helpful. Let's maybe do that. How much gas do we have? Enough. This is a big deal. A ruined mega shipyard in the vast stretches of this system. I gotta see. This is what we need. Oh my god, this is awesome. Okay, hold on. We're gonna raise that building up. There's a ruin. Oh my god, which system is this in? It's right there. It's not in our space. Rats. I was really hoping that it was going to be something up here. I hadn't paid attention to the icons, so I was really hoping it was going to be in our space. Who are you guys? The Drool-Perfin Confederacy. The Drool-Perfin Confederacy. Hold on. Overlord of the Dojarman. They're in the Grand Drool-Perfin Hegemony. Okay, so they got 3 members, and they're equivalent to us. And their economic power is inferior, their flight power is the same, and their technology level is superior. I was really hoping that maybe they were one of the people who had pled secret fealty to us, but not so. The Democracy of Landria, we have what? Overlord of the Priman Network. Okay. And we have a defensive pact with the Gok Star. And we have secret fealty from the Quavra Docs. The Gok Star regime still likes us a whole lot. That's great. They're inferior to us. So they definitely want to be friends. We may want to consider forming a federation soon. It may be the best way to go about things. Defense engineer or ship weapon damage. Counselor effect only takes when he's lead is yes, but if he ever gets that position, look at it. Council election imminent. Democracy of Alandria. We are. These guys, the Grok Naplaran entity is going to fall out in favor of the Priman Network. That's nice. These guys are really strong for swearing secret fealty to us. Okay. Change council size to 4. Oh. Focus on the Great Khan. Yes, supporters. No. I clicked over here. Oh, you son of a bitch. No. Okay. Well, we got to wait that out. I clicked over here. I swear to God it was on the left-hand side of this hash. And it put me over here. And I do not want to be over there. I want us to focus on the Great Khan. You turkeys. Not going to wait for 73 days before I can vote again.
Special project
clowns.
complete.
First League artifact recovered. That's great. First League home system located. Where is it at? Contact the nearest science ship. Okay. It's right there. Next to the Last of Us. So let's get the Enterprise to boldly go where no one has gone before. Survey that. How quickly can it get over there? And what is going to be in this system when it gets there? 26 days to vote. Okay, let's do this. We're maxed out on energy, so we need to sell some. So let's do a little bit of this. We're gonna buy some foodage. I don't like having to buy food though, but that's okay because we can sell a little bit more energy credits and we can just flat out sell some. Okay. 4 days, 3 days. Doink, we're moving over here. Everybody, we're focusing on the Great Con. We're going to pass that. All right. First leagues. Wait a minute. Did you guys just show up? Where are you? Enterprise. Did you make your way inside here? You are. And now you're surveying and there's no hostiles in here. Okay, that's cool. And what are we going to get here? It's a relic world. Oh, sweet. We're going to have that relic world in here. And we're also going to have the Rubricator world. That's awesome. Okay, so what is this called? What is this system called? Fenhabanis. We'll change that.
Complete.
We'll change that when we get it fully surveyed, and it's ours. Advanced engineering complexes. Ooh, battleship. We should probably go for the Citadel before the battleship. Oh my god, we're really taking a hit on food. Okay. You build mining, build research. All right, I have the Sojourner. Who has archaeology speed? None of you guys do. Okay, listen, you're gonna go dig this site up. And you, Cortez, are gonna go over here and research that anomaly. Society research, we can get gene clinics, edict fund, base intel level, and administrative park. Okay. That construction ship, you can go home. You can also go home. Wait a minute, which one are you? Your Mama's Fallen Angel? Okay, hold on. Where are you? What is going on here? Oh, we need to build one on Fire Wheel. Okay. Hyper Relay there. The Ishimura is doing its thing. Let's build the starbase there. The Killing Jaw. Yeah, and you're over here trying to get us over here to Hyper Relay here. You can't. This place needs to move up. Make it a bastion. It's bigger. Okay. The Indus. Well, we're waiting for you two. We got to get more influence back.
Construction complete.
So let's see if we can find our food worlds here. Unification Center. Auto-designated. Oh, we don't do that here. No. This is going to be a tech world. This says administration hub, but I want to change that. Let's do this. Let's change it to... We're going to need physics research for sure. What do we have here on this planet? Anything special? Resettlement destination chance. Mining's from jobs is bad. Let's focus this planet on... Okay, society research specialization. I should probably do that for the whole planet, but it doesn't have a specific bonus. So let's just do physics here too. You guys have... Oh, you don't have gene clinics. I mean, clone vats. Doink. Let's do that. Since we can't really build anything here, we were deciding to build energy. And it's got some civilians. So let's build this. Let's do that. Get the last one here. Augmenters per augmentation center. Goes up. Now we get this. So our first four were Interstellar Dominion, Imperial Prerogative, The Flesh is Weak, and Defender of the Galaxy. Okay. We know what we want down the end is Master Builders and Galactic Wonders. Enigmatic Engineering. Small sense of drawing a fallen empire building technologies. My friend... I believe it's Craig, said that this is something worth pursuing from time to time. It's a small chance, but you can get it. Max influence from power projection is +2. Naval fleet capacity and fleet command limit. Ooh, and commander capacity. I like the sounds of that. I'm not lucky enough to make me think that enigmatic engineering would be good for me. Starbase damage, starbase hull points, defense platform damage, eternal vigilance. I kind of like that one. Galactic contender. We need this later. Diplomatic weight, damage to fallen empires, damage to awakened empires, to gate builders, and to void worms. We do need this, so it's a matter of what do we want. I think I'd rather have, well, look how big we are right now. We don't have to do anything to a fallen empire because we don't have a hostile one next to us. We don't have an awakened empire. Gate builders we'll get to, but not right away, and void worms we've been dealing with. I'm more concerned about the Great Khan. So I think Galactic Force production so we can get our naval capacity up even bigger. Build as many ships as possible. We're taking out... We're really losing food now, aren't we? Okay, let's take some of our energy credits and sell to help us. We've got to get some food. We've got to turn the food thing around. The food situation is getting away from us. What are we looking at here? Yeah, we need more food. Build that on that one. Sol X Agri World. What are we looking at here? Yeah, max amount of people there. Okay, let's build another one there. Mining. Mining tech, generator. We do need another food world, don't we? How are you guys doing? We got people catching up to mining. Okay, do this. Build a specialization.
Council agenda available.
Oh, we can do engineering and research for crystals. Ooh, I like. Or rare crystal extraction. What are we doing for crystals right now? Let's do the research instead. Future shock event chain and augmentation process with our partner corporations has been successfully completed. Implants have been manufactured, distributed, and installed with staggering efficiency. The many voices of Elandria society have been heard, and their legitimate concerns have been dealt with. We are ready to face the future with renewed vigor. The government is now prepared to take its own next step. We can use our technological advances to improve the democratic process or synchronize implants in the service of workers. We should enhance the democratic process, or we must link our minds. Let's do that. Workers. It's all about the workers. Astral projections, and we can harvest these things. Alright, sure. We'll do that. Let's take a look at some of these planets here. Ag districts, wet climate. Let's colonize. Who wants to go? We have a lot of choices. These two guys here, Elandria or Elandria, they're both the same. Except these guys have an extra one. What do they have? Organic, food upkeep, habitable, thrifty, job efficiency for trader jobs. Okay, you guys go. We want you to be in Agri World. We're going to call this Market. And then this one over here, also a very small planet. Not a lot of minerals or energy. And what's it have? Habitability and society research from jobs. Okay, so that's a society research planet. Well, then let's colonize it with these guys. And we'll say, again, food. But for its planet designation, later on, we're going to want society research. If we do tech world now, what is it? Research lab, build speed, and upkeep for researchers. Okay, let's just do that. We're going to call it the social club, so I know that it's social engineering. I don't know if I'll remember that or not, but it's worth a try. So you guys, what do we got here? Food processing. We're making 298 food. We need the one that gives us resources from farmers. Yes, go up. We need that. And then either farmer jobs or max ag districts. Let's go max ag districts. That'll give us more farmer jobs. That'll give us 400 compared to 200. Edict fund, administrative park, bioreactor. I don't want that. What is this? Cyborg food, base, upkeep. Wait, what's it do? Planetary modifiers. Food produced per 100 farmers -2 and energy produced per 100 farmers 2. No, we don't want that. Heritage site is a bunch of unity. Ecological adaptation is going to allow us to terraform inhabited planets, but we kind of get around that because of being egalitarian, so that's not a big deal for us. That is not a big deal. We will sell a few more of these. We have somebody who has a positive trait. We can give him food. Okay. Planetary governor. What's he doing? He's excavating. He's not a governor. But if he ends up being a governor, we'll take the food bonus. Okay, food's starting to come up. That's good. Oh my God, we're really making a lot of consumer goods, aren't we? We can sell a bunch of them. That's cool. I like it when I can get my consumer goods production up like that. That's awesome. Unforeseeable mechanical failure. Our cyberware engineers have come to us with an economic opportunity. With only a slight reduction in implant durability, we generate a substantial increase in profits as users will have to replace essential parts. Yeah, fuck you guys. Built-in obsolescence is one of my pet peeves of the world that we live in today. Man, I hate that. By using an inferior bioalloy in the sections experiencing most of the usual wear and tear, the implant should fail in a manner that minimizes harm to the consumer but require replacement. Outrageous. We will not provide our citizens with low-grade components. And the person who came up with this idea? Guillotine. You're done. I seriously think that capitalism is not great. But if we have to have capitalism, I think that durability should be a primary concern. Obviously, durability would be better for the environment, but it would also be better for the consumer. And when you make products durable, then you're repairing them instead of replacing them. So more people have jobs because they specialize in the repair of things. When's the last time you saw a cobbler? There's actually one in my hometown still to this day in the same building as when I was growing up. I remember being a little kid driving by there and asking my mom, what's a cobbler? Oh, they fix shoes and boots and stuff. Guy is still there. I don't know if maybe his son runs it now or what, but it's still there. It's still open and they still do that job. Anyway, it's one of my pet peeves. If you're gonna have a capitalistic society, you need to do everything possible to make it work for everybody in the best way possible, for the environment, for the consumer. And built-in obsolescence is the worst thing. And the corporate CEOs who came up with this and who get gigantic paydays because of this, I would be fine putting all of them to the knife. They're evil people to exploit the system like that so they can buy a fourth yacht. Fuck those guys. Not a fan. So in our empire, we will make things durable. By golly. Meanwhile, what's going on with the Great Khan over here? Is he... I need to pay attention. Achernar. I'm going to write that down. I want to know if he's expanding beyond that system, and I don't know that he is, so I need to pay attention to it. It looks like he's expanding, but maybe not. Normally when he starts expanding, he expands really fast, and then everybody's all complaining and stuff. What do we got here? The Grok deploy an entity. They're trying to build fleets. They're like concerned because these guys are on their doorstep. That's understandable. What do we got here? Focus on the Great Khan is going to be decided in another year and a half. Cosmic sludge, an erratic sensor reading in the Aruz system are derived from exceptional debris formation left in the wake of the gravity storm. This drifting entity is an amorphous blob of cosmic sludge forged in the extreme pressures of the storm. Its innumerable constituent elements have formed a uniquely reactive compound. Focused study of this chemistry could yield valuable astrometeorological insights into the conditions that produced it. Study its composition, or we could break it down for a bunch of resources. I don't care about that. Moving on. Oh, somebody got expensive this month. Was it food? Yeah, I don't think food's normally that expensive, is it? If we don't have to buy as much, that'd be great. Sensory censorship. The latest generation of sensory cyberware allows users to just block out unwanted sensations. That would be useful. From unwelcome smells to unseemly pictures. Everything can be toned down. Unseemly pictures. Oh my god. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the evangelicals? I don't want to see your fleshy skin in that music video, but I'm going to go home and look at more porn than anybody else on the planet. It's true. The Bible Belt consumes the most porn in America. From unwelcome smells to unseemly pictures, everything can be toned down, masked, and even entirely erased from the user's perception. There are growing concerns amongst the more conservative groups of our society about the effect such censorship will have on the conscience of our citizens. We must face the truth of our lives. Yes, we must, actually. Reality is a good place to be, and more we are drifting towards the opposite of that, and it does kind of drive me nuts. Okay, what's going on here? We're really starting to take a hit on our trade. I may have to break this down and figure out what the heck is going on. We're selling a bunch of this. Oh, alloys because these guys... No, 212 isn't too bad. I was thinking it might be because these guys are over here ramping up their fleet because of these nerds, but... Overpopulation and the Nemo world. Yeah, we know. It's not going to work there. You've maxed out the Nema. Astral actions. We've unlocked the secrets behind gathering and containing the volatile threads of astral material. Okay. A new astral action is available. We can spend this when we get it for physical insight, so we will when we get there. Astral actions. Encryption +2. Give it to me. Okay. Wow. We're almost losing 1,000 a month. That's not... We're not going to live long doing that. Centenarian. Exciting news from our fleet commanders is being broadcast over Alondria. Our adopted space amoeba Bubbles has just reached an impressive 100 years of age. Oh. Though a grizzled centenarian, it appears age has proven no impediment to our amoeba ally. In fact, our fleets report Bubbles' presence on the battlefield has only grown more formidable over the years. Oh, Bubbles. How much more formidable? You were in the 500s before. You're 4.8k now? Yeah, that's considerable. You grew up. I love you, Bubbles. That's awesome. Okay. Well, then... Okay, now we're back down to 124. Man, what was causing that massacre there? Food's at over 100. The market is volatile. It's not something we like to see. That market volatility there is not exciting. Society 2.0. Openly broadcasting your thoughts to your fellow Elandrian clerics is a harrowing prospect. But the Neil shock is soon replaced with a sense of confidence and a certainty over one's surroundings. We are aware of what the person next to us does, and they are aware of us. Communication happens instantly without words and a mere thought. To protect this clarity of mind, the cyber brain has been instructed to nullify emotions, lest they drown what is important. Link cyber brains to share experiences. Wow. Changes authority. Democratic interlink. Unlocks the edict self-preservation override. Cyberization does not change who we are. Oh, okay. No, we'll do this. Let's try it. Democratic overlink? What's that do? Holds a democratic election every 10 years to select a new ruler. Resets the government reform and policy cooldown when a new ruler is elected. Cyber pops are not affected by happiness. Whoa! Unlocks the edict self-preservation override. Empire size from pops is -15%. Leader cost is -25. Worker pop resource output is +15. And stability is +15. Okay. Let's try it. What the hell? We're doing something new. What? Workers are not affected by happiness, but we don't like it over here. The Rubricator Prime. Okay, let's take a look at Rubricator Prime. Where are you in the grand scheme of things? You don't have... Okay, that's why. We need to build Hab over here. Can you build... We need what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you build a habitat right here? Can we build a megastructure? Not a hyper relay. Not a furnace. Not a Dyson swarm. Why can't we build a habitat? We don't have enough influence. Okay, I want you to move to right here. And then don't move. And I also want to give you a new name. Atlantic is a really nice name. But I'm going to call you this because I need to know what you're doing or going to do. Okay. Leader level up, governing the fallen angel. You can do diplomatic weight, specialist resource output. Oh, please. Heritage site has been unlocked. We can uplift. Okay. Neurogenetics Institute. Biological research support. Sure. Let's do that. So Rubricator Prime is like, we're not happy here. Why is it? Because you don't have amenities. Well, I wouldn't be happy either. Jeez, they stuck me on a rock out in the middle of outer space and said you can't watch movies? No. I'll put you guys to work. You get some of that. You'll be happier. Now, what we need to take a look at is our fleets. It's been a few months. Guys are sitting here doing nothing. You did all this. This is fantastic. You got all this right here. Just collecting. That's great. Good job. Gloomy Den. Why don't you go home? The Enterprise boldly went where nobody went before, and now it can research that system. The Science Ship Cortez is way up here and says, what should I do? Well... That depends. What do you want to do? Is there any project that we can get you to work on? Where's Hidden Words? Assign a scientist to begin excavating. This is... Oh, it's right there. Well, you know what, Cortez? You're gonna go over there and excavate that site, and now I'm gonna do what I wanted to do earlier, but I couldn't remember the name. We're part of the Star Trek universe here. We're gonna have the Reliant. Although she ended up being a betrayer, it wasn't her fault. It was her captain. You, VSE Strange Sapiens, you can return to wherever you want to go. Dock with somebody, or go up here and enter orbit there. The Ishimura, you've got work to do. You have plenty of work to do. Bubbles, why don't you go...
Research complete.
Go hang out there. Encryption +2. Code breaking and the Bureau of Espionage. Okay.
Special project.
I don't know if we're going to need that or not. The First League headquarters. Fen Habanus was the administrative center of the First League throughout most of its existence and served as the seat of their great senate. The planet was densely populated with a planet-wide city covering most of the surface. Food had to be imported from other member worlds to support the untold billions living in this enormous metropolis. When the League collapsed, these food shipments ceased virtually overnight. Those with the means departed for other worlds, but most of the population remained behind. Mass starvation and anarchy followed as the planet was carved up between warlords and criminal organizations. The population continued to dwindle for a few centuries, until the planet had been reduced to little more than a lifeless ghost world. A final epitaph on the First League. Oh, bummer for those guys. Alright, what do we got here? Got a bunch of choices. Unyielding. Defense armies, starbases and defense platforms, orbital bombardment damage, starbase capacity. Okay, that might be useful. Subterfuge would give us a bunch of encryption stuff. Statecraft, prosperity, planetary infrastructure, resources from jobs. This would be a good one. Prosperity would be good. Mercantile. Trade per... Okay. That would help us buy a bunch of stuff. Unlocks the consumer benefits and marketplace of ideas trade policies. Amenities per 100 traders. Trade from jobs plus 10%. Market fee minus 10%. That'd be nice. Edict fund, leaders, governing ethics, attraction, enmity. Official capacity per rival, but we're not rivaling anybody. There's diplomacy stuff for envoys, archaeology, excavation speed, aptitude. This is a bunch of leader traits. Adaptability, which I would kind of like to have. Max districts per planet, resettlement cost less, orbital bombardment damage less, defense armament damage more. Building in district strategic resource cost and upkeep reduced by 15%. And habitability. I would like to get adaptability. I also want subterfuge. But adaptability would be good, especially how big our empire is. These bonuses will add up pretty quickly, I think. So you're there. You've researched everything. That's good. Now we need you, my friend, strange sapiens. Get in here. Build a starbase. You've kind of done everything you can, so now we need you to look at potential. Somebody's working on that one, and where's this one at? Go to it. Where's it at? Galerum. Okay, Enterprise, go here. We're going to do a bunch of archaeology all at one time here. Can you now build an
spaceborne life form encountered?
It's not fully surveyed. Wait, what? Okay, Enterprise.
Construction complete.
Survey the system. Silly us. Okay. Can we do some create template stuff now in the positive variety? We can. We can make ourselves extremely adaptive. We can make our leader lifespan much higher. Oh my goodness. Every 100 pops working as a slave or better produces exotic gases. Well, yes, that is us. We do toot quite a bit. Very strong. Job efficiency for workers and menial drones goes up. Okay. Adaptive, agrarian, charismatic, conformist. Efficient processors, job efficiency goes up. Governing ethics attraction, industrious, mining jobs goes up. Job efficiency for technicians' jobs goes up. Ooh, I think I want that. They're going to be ingenious. Integrated weaponry. Wow. Learning algorithms. Job efficiency for specific kinds of research, logic engines. For research producing jobs, job efficiency +1 for that. Or you can do natural physicists. Yeah, you know what we're going to do? Logic engines. Let's do that. That uses everything up. We're going to apply that. Say, hey, all you guys.
Situation log updated.
We're going to be really smart. Although if you really wanted to min-max everything, you'd make sure that one particular kind of population was working on all your science planets and they had those kinds of roles and blah, 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 blah. But it's a level of micromanage that kind of fatigues me. Radio signals. For the first time, we have picked up radio signals emanating from Irdum 3. The industrialized hives there begin to experiment with wireless transmissions. Well, that sounds fun. Oh, who's over here? Alien vessels, and they're kind of small. Who wants to go take them down? Custodian protocol activated, initiating resource transfer. We graciously accept. You guys are so nice. Insulting the Gox envoy. It appears that a mischievous third party was able to hack into the translation software of the Gox envoy to Alundria, so that instead of uttering magnanimous platitudes, they began spewing vicious insults that left none unscathed. The malfunction in their equipment was duly uncovered, but not before President Felix Gasser was declared to be a vile, ugly bag of mostly water. A grave insult, which surely calls for a response. Well, that was funny. What are the Gox going to do? come after us? I don't think so. Oh, we are maxed out, and that's what I wanted to do was... Let's go build some stuff. What do we have to build? We have worms, destroyers. We have a cruiser that we haven't done anything with. Okay. Let's put the large one on there and the medium large one on there. And let's do our standard kinetic plasma. We're going to do shields on half, armor on half. How are we at? We're plus 70 for power. Okay. So this is our cruiser. It is balanced. And then, I don't know. I think it'd just be safe to call it balanced. Oh, and then it's like more of a long range one because we don't have the ability to mess with the computers yet? Okay. Well, it's all right. We'll get it later. Hyperdrive. Wow, we don't have the computers yet. That's amazing that we haven't got that yet. Okay. Wait a minute. So we're just going to save this. Wait a minute. What's that ship role custom? Carrier, artillery, long-range missiles and direct fires are intended to fight other ships of their size category, bristling with as many mid-range weapons as possible. Okay. It is a custom. Oh. Well, that was dumb. Okay. Alrighty then. Make me do it all over. Give me the reactor booster. Orbital trash dispenser. What's that do again? Orbital bombardment damage. Okay. Kinetics for when they're at long range. Plasma for when they get closer. We assume their shields are down by then. So we're going to save that. That'll let us go in here and get rid of that one. Now, the destroyers. This is our balanced destroyer. And I'm going to leave it as a B and just call it that. This is our balanced corvette. It's like extra balanced. Okay. That's what I wanted to know. And then defense platforms. Short range those. Wait a minute. These are long range. Okay, we're going to do this. Coil guns. Yeah, we don't want to do this. We just want long range right here. These are going to be balanced long range. Defense. Balanced. Long range kinetics. The only thing I don't have notated there is kinetics, but I'm going to assume that's what that is. Just by looking at it. These ones I kind of want to go away. And then what I want to do is build a medium one. These guys should all have these. So the reason we're doing this is just to... We can't know exactly what our enemies are going to do, so we want to be as balanced and logic as possible. So the assumption is that as a ship is flying in toward a system, and we'll use this one as an example. As a ship is flying in towards a system, the longest range weapons we have we want to shoot first, and we're going to assume that they have shields. So we want to do as much damage to the shields as possible before they get close. We're going to assume that by the time they reach mid-range, their shields are mostly down, and that's why we want our mid-range and short-range weapons to either be plasma or directly against their hull, which is what the disruptors are for. That's the logic. It doesn't always work out that way. Obviously, your kinetic weapons do 50% less damage if you get like a worm, which only has armor and doesn't have any shields, but it's always kind of paid off for me to build stuff in that way. Specialization is still the best thing. If you know who your enemy is and you can specialize against them, that is the number one thing. Negative trait from our boy over there. That's sad.
Incoming transmission.
Okay, lots of stuff going on here. Code breaking, encryption, sealed capacitor. Let's go with encryption so people can't get us. Non-aggression pact from the Julian. Sure, we'll agree to that. I mean, we're smart. We know that the biggest problem coming up is going to be the crisis in the con, so we're not worried about fighting everybody else. We're worried about surviving. These guys recognize us as a strength and they want us as a member of their federation. Okay, sure. All right, Zuracorp shows up. They've got various things for us. Communications established from all these other guys in the Empire because we are now part of this faction and they already know these guys. The Shroud Rockers. All right. We'd be willing to send a teacher from your order. I don't want anything from them right now. Wow. All these guys were on the other side of the galaxy. So we are now part of that Federation.
Incoming transmission.
Oh, and now we have a Federation fleet because we're part of the Federation. We get migration treaties. So yeah, Federated. Okay. So that is the Federation right there, the Raging Sea. Okay. And then we have this. Certainly gone now. There's clear evidence that Porrima was at some point inhabited by sapient species. Ruins that have been found of an industrial age civilization on the cusp of pre-faster-than-light spaceflight. At some point, however, the civilization was struck with a planet-wide calamity and totally extinguished. Little more than rubble remains, and there are no signs that any protective measures were taken by the affected population. The event was not violent or destructive. Everything just seemed to stop. Whatever hit them came as a complete surprise, or perhaps they chose not to resist it. Wow, okay, so we are federated now, and we are one of the larger federations, and there's a bunch of big aliens around here that we can go take out. Well, like, that's 565, that's nothing. Okay, what I want to do is very quickly adjust my fleets. We don't need to be Worm class, so here's what we want to do. We want to go to balance class for your corvettes. Your frigates are just going to stay the way they are until they're... Actually, you know what? We're going to disband those 2 frigates. Or we can't disband them? Okay. We're not going to. Oh, because... Yeah. Never mind. We're going to change this to the B class. And then we're going to add a ship. Not the Federation ones. Oh, this is not our guys? These are our guys. B class, Creed class. Okay. But I want to add... There we go. I don't want those Federation ones. I just want our cruisers. Let's go add several cruisers. Yeah, and then you guys are at 90 of those. Okay, so start reinforcing the fleet.
Colonization in progress.
Oh god, it just switched over again. Okay. Give me these guys. Give me the cruisers. About 6 to 8 of them. You got what? Destroyers. Make it an even number. You go up to 19. Reinforce for 9,000. Okay. We're going to make our fleets a little stronger. Bubbles. You can go take care of this. Go show everybody what you're about now that you're like really tough. The Quadradoxed entity has pledged secret fealty to us. Great. Like that. The scientists. What are you doing right now? You're surveying? Sensor range, survey speed. Let's give you archaeology stuff. Okay. So you guys are the Raging Sea. And you're like, man, we've got all these ships. They've got all these ships together. Okay, let's go. Federation Destroyer, that's all you can be? What about you? Trying to get you guys kind of together. Space Amoeba. This frigate, what can you be? Make it a Federation one. Federation one. Oh my gosh, you guys are kind of a mess. That frigate can go away. These corvettes. See, for your Federation fleet, it can only be the Federation designs. Which is a little bit wonky, but let's make a bunch of corvettes. Let's do something like that, like 70 of them. That'd be great. Retrofit, yes. And then same thing with you guys. Doink, you can be a part of this. Doink, alright, go reinforce the fleet. As much as we can, we'll contribute to that. That wipes out all of our alloys, which is great because we were up against it. We were being maxed out. We don't need to buy food anymore. We do want to keep buying as many alloys as possible. Destiny. Records on board the station reveal that the former inhabitants were deeply religious and had no contact with the outside world, which they feared and despised. Every aspect of their lives was governed by an omniscient oracle. Okay. So this is the oracle. Didn't we already do that one? Oh no, I must have done it in my other game. Okay. Sorry. And the alien identified. This is great. We will study this thing. It's right there. Oh, Enterprise, what are you doing? You're surveying. Okay, finish your survey.
System survey complete.
I want you to come over here. What? Do we don't have to actually move somewhere to do that? The enigmatic guest, research. Okay. Oh, is this Bubbles? Yep. Oh, Bubbles is going to come own somebody. Come on, Bubbles.
Hostile fleet engaged.
It's been a while since you were able to do anything. Ooh, Bubbles is chomp chomp. Chomp chomp says, but well, you know what, Bubbles? We got more for you. There's some up here, I think.
Research complete.
Yep, there's. Okay. Dragon's Horde. Buried deep in the crust of the VSE gloomy den are the partial fossilized remains of what happens to have been a very close relative to the Ether Drake. The enigmatic cache is done.
Special project complete.
Okay. In the eons since this cousin Drake's passing, its soft tissues have ossified into its bones, indurated, becoming mineral-like in structure. Study the remains. Dragon scales. I think that'll help us with a space defense system, a type of armor. Antimatter reactor. Okay. Society research. Diplomatic weight. Defense army health, and it unlocks the fortress. Yes. Oh my god, the swings here in trade is getting to be a little wild. What are you doing? No orders. Build starbase. The Indus, can you build anything now? Yes, build starbase, great. Okay. The Hab builder. Can you build a habitat now? Yes. Okay. Maximum districts 8. 8 doesn't seem to care. So we can build it anywhere. Well, we want to build it close to the system then. I mean, close to the star. L-Gate Insights. Okay. So much stuff going on. You guys can now start mining these things. Build a research station. We have all of this stuff to start mining now. So that's going to keep you guys busy. And Bubbles, are you already up there? Oh no, it's these guys. What's going on with our fleet here? Where is this at? Right there. Who is this? The groggy black holes? Are they like the cousins to the Black Keys? Okay. I guess we got a problem over here. Who are these guys? They're raiders. Okay. Well, we're building our fleets up as fast as we can.
Construction complete.
So we'll build our fleets up and we'll move over here and start dealing with this problem.
Construction complete.
It's been a very full episode, folks. There's a lot going on. It's the first of the year. It's New Year's Day, 2337. We got the Great Khan to worry about. They want to change the council size to 4 now. We're going to throw our weight behind that and say no. 3 is good enough. We don't need any more chefs in the kitchen. The Great Khan over here doesn't seem to be expanding. Oh, maybe it does. This looks like an expansion over here. That looks like a problem. Yeah, this is bigger than when the episode started. So we have him as a problem, and we have these raiders down here as a problem. So we have work to do. We're going to try to get our fleets up as big as possible. We'll get the research for the battleship next episode. Keep finishing the rest of our empire here. But the big thing is we've just about exhausted all of the available space now. The whole map is basically covered. I would like to just be able to go hunting some critters, because there are things around here. There's Delta aliens. There's a Leviathan. There's void worms over here. There's probably a Leviathan somewhere in a few places. There may be other things to kill. So, yeah, there's an Avalonian horde up here. Oh, this is awful. So they've really spread. Okay. Well, we don't have to worry too much over here on this side. I mean, we kind of do. We're kind of close. This is a problem. I think if they get too close, the Nex will come out here and destroy them. But we want to go take care of these guys. And we certainly want to take care of these bozos. Let's see how big their fleets are. 9,000, 1,800. I don't think these guys would be too hard to wipe out really quickly. I'm much more concerned about this group up here because these are looking like a problem. So it's great con time. It's definitely the mid game. This is the mid game crisis. And then after this, we want to ramp up as much as we can for the end game crisis, especially because it looks like things are going to remain pretty peaceful here, which would be kind of nice. We're not going to be fighting one another. Everybody's more or less going to be either in the Federation or at least in the galactic community. So I like this. We're in a good spot. Everyone, thanks for watching. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Leave your questions and comments down below. I'll see you next time. And until then, happy gaming, everyone.